We have some more anti-gay nonsense from Matt Barber and Matt Staver on their radio show, ironically named the Faith and Freedom Radio Show. They're talking about the recent decision in North Carolina to strike down the gay marriage ban and how some government officials are still refusing to marry gay couples. Let's listen.
What would have happened, Matt, if Martin Luther King Jr. had just stood down and said, no, I can't participate in all of this. I'm just going to remain silent. I'm going to resign and go on my way. It's commendable that these magistrates and these bakers and many of these people are taking a stand and saying, no, we will not participate. I would just suggest to take it to the next level. Say, not only am I not going to participate, I'm not going to quit. You're going to have to come after me. You're going to have to fire me. You're going to have to jail me. That's what Martin Luther King did in defending civil rights, and this is about civil rights.
It is. In fact, if Martin Luther King Jr. had just simply decided to compromise his values or remain silent, we would never have had the civil rights movement. Or, Rosa Parks, if she had decided to just kind of bite her tongue one more time and go to the back of the bus like people were telling her, we wouldn't have had the story of Rosa Parks and what that means to the overall civil rights movement. Right now, I think where we are is a civil rights revolution that we're in the midst of. And it's not the homosexual agenda, because you can't elevate sexually immoral behavior to the level of race or religious freedom as a civil right. It has been historically condemned as immoral. It has been historically, throughout Western civilization, been considered a crime against nature. The fact of the matter is, you can't take something that has been so historically thought of and elevate it to this preferred level and then force everyone to applaud it.
You mean like desegregation? You mean like ending slavery? Segregation was the norm. Slavery was the norm. And they argued to not have those things goes against natural law. So it's the exact same analogy. It's fighting for progress. It was fighting for progress to end slavery, to end segregation, and it's fighting for progress now to give gays equal rights. No, you have to understand that in their crazy minds, they think that being anti-gay is the real fight for civil rights. They think that they are the modern-day Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. and Rosa Parks. I'm stunned by the amount of self-delusion that goes into being one of these guys. Because how do you come to that conclusion? It's so clear that the parallels are in the other direction. What you're doing is you're standing there and you're fighting change. You're putting your hand up to history and saying, no, don't progress anymore. Don't give people equal rights. Take away people's rights. How do you think that you're on the right side of this? How do you think that you are the MLK of the anti-gay movement? Anti-gay people don't need rights. You're allowed to be anti-gay. You just can't discriminate against gay people in real life. That's all we're asking for. So, okay, you don't like gay people. Well, nobody's telling you to get married to a gay person. All we're saying is if somebody's gay and they want to get married to another gay person, they should be allowed to do it. It's got nothing to do with you. It's got nothing to do with you. And the idea that you should have the right to, if a gay person comes in your restaurant and you don't want them in there because you're gay, you want the right to kick them out of your restaurant. Well, you don't have the right to do that, and you shouldn't have the right to do that any more than you have the right to kick out a black person if they come in your restaurant and they want to eat something and you don't like black people. It's so clear that it's the pro-gay people who are more in line with the civil rights movement and who are embodying that movement. And the anti-gay people, they are the bigots. They are the intolerant ones. They are the ones who are trying to impose their opinion on everybody else.